have the gift of love, Yvette.
I bought the gift of love last night. I went to see Leslie Odom Jr. Well, you're going to be performing at Disney Concert Hall. I'm plugging everything you got.
Come on.
And so I saw this, and I've been streaming, but I wanted to celebrate with the album because I'm old, and I wanted to.
I love that.
Yes.
Thank you. She brought it out here.
Gonna need
you
to
are
sign
serious
this.
about it. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do this right now. To Yvette, my best friend.
Okay. Okay.
Who I love very much.
Okay.
Love your best friend.
Okay.
JHud.
Girl, I got a show to hold.
I know, you can do the rest later,
Okay.
but I just want to tell you what I want
now,
you to say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you for this.
I love you, honey.
I'm so happy, right? One of my favorites.
Listen, I love you.
Oh, let me give you your Sharpie
And let me
back.
tell you something.
Take me off
Find
that.
the Love is my favorite song.
Is that your favorite?
It's my favorite. If you guys haven't heard this album, Find the Love, because it's literally where we are in the world. We gotta find it. We gotta get together.
Yes.
We gotta find it. That's my favorite. And also Almost Christmas. For no reason. No reason.
You like
in particular.
Almost Christmas?
For no reason in particular.
Right
Yeah, that's
there.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a nice duet on there.
Speaking of grown and sexy,
Yes.
congratulations. You got a wedding coming
I have
up.
a wedding coming up.
This is major.
Imminent. Oh, and there's my baby.
Is that it?
Baby. He's on the second row.
I see him there. Okay. Wow.
That's Tony.
Woo, I love this for you.
That's my boo.
Tell me about your first date.
You know what? The funny thing is, we didn't know it was a first date. I would go to New York for work, and every time I went, I would call and go, Tony, you want to go hang out? So we went to see a Broadway play, Fat Ham. Marcel Spears from the neighborhood who's doing Broadway, and we were in the theater, and I'm like, oh, I want to put my head on his shoulder. I'm like, but I can't. He's my friend. And he was like, later he told me, well, I wanted to hold her hand, but I can't. She's my friend. And so I had some money. You guys know what per diem is? It's when they give you money when you go in town.
I know what a per
So I
diem
had
is.
like $300 on the room that I hadn't used. I said, why don't you come back to my room? We'll order room service and just eat a whole bunch of stuff. So not like that. Wait a minute. Not like that. Not like that. And so he came up to the room, we ordered all this food, and we just ate, and that was the first time we both were kind of like, oh, I think I kind of like you. So we think that was our first date, though it wasn't technically a first date.
Well, clearly it was something.
It was lovely, Jennifer. It was wonderful.
That sounds like the perfect love story. And you have great friends, too, because you had an amazing bridal shower, and it was a beautiful surprise video.
It was. I want to shout out the 7 ladies that did it. It was Vanessa Bell Calloway, Shanice Lazar, Kim Whitley, Leela Rashawn, Sarah Jones, Renata Shepard, and Nakia Brown, Indy Brown. They threw this party for me and invited all my friends, and I've never had a birthday party. Honest, hear this. I've never had a birthday party, housewarming, baby shower, bridal. I never had any of that. So this is the first time I was in a room with people celebrating me. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
I love that for you. Tell me, what is it like finding love at 50?
You 51. I'm 53 now.
53?
Founded at 50. I'm 53.
And you're 50.
I'm 53.
You better look good. You look good.
Thank you, baby. You know what? I think it's important for everyone to wait until the one their heart loves. And I had met guys through the years, and it just was like, oh, it's not him. And then Tony and I have been friends for 25 years, and he was married. So I never dreamed of him in that way. His marriage ended, and we became friends, and I was like, oh, this is the guy. Like, this is the one that my heart loves. He makes me laugh. So find the one that gives you peace. Find the one that if the worst thing happened to you, you'd want them holding your hand. It's not about their height. It's not about how much money they make. It's the peace they bring into your soul.
Tell it.
So wait for that person. Wait.
Yvette, you're preaching today.
Come on now, you know.
Yes, I do.
I know you know.
It's speaking to me.
Yes,
ma'am. Okay, look, see? We finished in each other's words. Now, I heard your grandmother is 103 years old.
And she will be 104 in January.
That is a blessing.
Yes, Grandma. There she is. That's Harriet.
Beautiful.
Grandma Harriet. She re-registered to vote for the first time in years this year, and we were there in May to see her, and she's just the source of such joy for our family. Yeah, 104 in January.
So,
yeah.
What's the best piece of advice she's giving you?
Mind your business.
Just that simple.
That's simple. The thing is, you get in trouble when you're trying to tell other people what they should do, what you don't like about what they're doing. You got enough to deal with right up in here, so work on this.
Right.
And even this is biblical. Even the Bible says, you know, don't fiddle with the splinter in someone else's eye, deal with the plank in your own. Now, a splinter and a plank.
She preached
splinter, plank. So you deal with your stuff and let others do accordingly.
Okay, we better write that down. Mind our business. Okay. Now, let me get to this. So this is beautiful because my mother was a caregiver to her parents, and you're a caregiver to your father.
I am. It's been 11 years.
11 years. What's your favorite thing to do together?
You know, my dad and I loved the movie The Five Heartbeats. It was the first film that we went into and paid twice. Now, you know, back in the day, people would go see a movie and then they'd wait till it ended and they would just stay in there and watch again. That's what we did in the 80s and the 90s, but this was the first film we watched and went back out and paid because we wanted Robert Townsend to have our money twice. That's how much we loved the film. And to this day, if I put that film on, he comes right back from his dementia. He sings along. That's his heart movie and my heart movie. And I've told Robert Townsend 1,000 years, thank you for bringing my dad back.
The power art, that is
music.
beautiful.
Music's amazing.
Oh, that melt my heart.
Yeah.
And I love this. You have a podcast for caregivers?
I do. I have a podcast called Squeezed, and it's all about the...
Isn't that amazing?
It's all about the generation that may be caring for parents and also caring for children. And we're all squeezed in some way. And the thing about caregiving, you guys, is either you're going to be a caregiver or a caregivee before you leave here. Every single one of us. And so this podcast is a warm hug, a little safe respite. So if you're caring for someone, turn it on and listen to other people's stories and try to just find, again, going back to finding that peace, So it's called Squeezed. It's everywhere. So think of Squeezed.
I love that. You started on the hit show Community.
I did.
For 5 seasons.
Yes.
And it's been 10 years since it's ended.
Yes.
Are you still close with the cast?
Oh my God, we have such a lively group chat. We talk all the time. The most recent thing we posted was, speaking of the Macy's Day Parade, which was the highest because of you, and also Allison Brie, who was there. And so we put pictures of Allison in the chat. And then also, we were just together at Ken's star ceremony. So he got his star on the Walk of Fame, so we were there for that.
I love that. When we see the industry family, you know, it's still a family bond in our cast, in our communities, in our music, and our work.
And you never know which show is going to be the one that you stick with. Like, I collect people everywhere I go.
Me too.
There's producers here that I worked with, and the camera guy, hey, Chris. So it's like
I collect them.
Exactly, I collect people. So I have friends from every show I've been on, but Community is the cast that we all are still close. We all are in the group chat. Nobody has been excluded. Well, everybody's there.
And I'm looking forward to this telethon. Tell us what you're hosting it this week, huh?
Yes, on December 8th on KTLA in LA, the Motion Picture Television Fund Telethon. And the Motion Picture Television Fund is the charity that helps people in the industry. So if you are going through a hard time, it is one of the places people go. We also have a wonderful retirement village that I hope to get a bungalow in when my time comes. And so me and Tom Bergeron get together and we host this telethon. It's our 3rd year. And we're going to have some great people popping in. Ken Jeong's going to be there, and different people are going to pop in. Lisa Loeb is going to be singing. It's going to be
Who are you
great.
most excited to see?
You know, probably that Ken Jeong, because he's my bubby. I call him my bubby.
He is a lot of fun.
And Tom Bergeron is hosting, and I like to steal everything I can from him as a host. So I'm going to be stealing from Tom while I'm there.
Well, we can't wait to watch.
This
is going to be amazing. Amazing. Okay, so how do you, I find my inner peace when I'm like drawing, that helps me zone out.
Yes.
You do Legos?
I do Lego. I started building Lego when my mother passed. This is not a sad story, it's okay. It's a way to take your mind off of whatever you're going through. It helps you get, that's my collection. It helps, that's a small version of my collection.
That is
It helps you get into the flow. So while you're building, you're not thinking about whatever's stressing you out. And then at the end, you have like a Pac-Man machine or a Nintendo player or the Ghostbusters. You know, I've done a Black Panther, I've done the Disney Castle. I have all of them.
How long does it take you to do it?
You know, it depends on how many pieces. Like that little telephone booth took maybe 2 hours. But then if you're doing something like Batman's Lair, then it might be the whole day.
I love this.
And sometimes you need a day away.
I'm gonna steal that.
It's some Lego.